What's going on, guys? To Fight Hard, Fight Clean. And I know what you're thinking. We just had Misfits Mania. We've got Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson next year. Why are you making a video on this? I'm gonna be honest, my time management skills are ass, and I want to do more research on the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight, and I want to better gather my thoughts for the Misfits Mania review. I really want to make it like, you know, I want to give good insight on what should be next, what I think happened, all of that stuff. So that will be coming out very soon. This was just a video I thought I could put together real quick so I wouldn't leave you guys hanging on Wednesday or today. And with that being said, you've seen the title. John Cena's retirement match against Gunther sucked. What I mean is the ending sucked. It was by far the worst way, or not the worst way, but it's not the way I would have chose if I was in the, you know, if I was in Triple H's chair. For those who didn't see Saturday night's main event, aka John Cena's last match, it was fairly decent, but at the end it was a very extended rear naked choke from Gunther, his signature move, and after a while John Cena kind of smiled and then tapped. Really? You're gonna make the GOAT tap in his last match? Really? Like, I get it, it's him saying like, I have nothing else to give. This, I have to pass the torch on to the next generation, and I'm tapping not only in this match but in my career because I can't give you guys the peak John Cena that you once knew. AKA, he doesn't want to seem washed to the audience because then he would feel like he's cheating the audience. But for me, having him tap was not the way to send him off. I think they could have sent the message better by the way I'm going to describe right now. So I'm going to stop clickbaiting you and dragging it on. This is how I would have booked John Cena's last match. Pretty much, I would have done it the same way. You know, the announcement table spot was cool. There was a weird like 5 minutes of the match where Gunther just kept hitting him with clotheslines. I would take that out, make it a cooler spot. Like, really, why are we doing that? Where literally, I thought it was going to be something cool. John Cena slowly got up and Gunther was just like, it's just, it made the match longer than it needed to be. Or like, if you're going to do that, if you have spare time like that, make something of it. You know, don't spend that extra time just doing random clotheslines. Give us something that makes this match memorable. Because it's John Cena's last match, it already has that glowing marquee on it that makes it, you know, we hold it to a higher regard. If it was just another random John Cena match on the retirement tour, then we would be like, okay, this was one of the lower tier matches. It wasn't the worst by far. I don't even think it was like horrific, but it's definitely not up there with like John Cena AJ Styles, not by a long shot. Getting back on track, take out the unnecessary bits, keep the announcement table spot. When we get to the end, Gunther's got him in the rear naked choke and he's trying to fight out of it. I wish they would have let him pass out instead of tap. John Cena passing out from the rear naked choke is a better way to deliver the message that John Cena wishes he could still do this. His body can't continue though. That for me is a much better depiction of the reality behind John Cena's retirement. Him tapping gives off the message of like, yeah, my body can't do this anymore, and I also don't want to do it anymore. Like I don't have a feeling for it anymore. I don't have a passion for it. But that's obviously not true because he said in interviews, I would do this for my entire life if I could. My body is just now, you know, it's breaking down on me. I can't do this anymore. Him passing out or him getting choked out is a representation of maybe a year or two ago I would have been able to, you know, get more strength, get enough oxygen in my lungs to pick him up, hit him with like 15 attitude adjustments, and then pin him for the 1, 2, 3. But now, because I have nothing else to give, my body is depleted of oxygen because I'm in this rear naked choke from this monster named GUNTHER. So my body just allows me to go unconscious. That is how, in my opinion, you depict the message, I can't do this anymore because my body is saying, my body is giving up, I'm not, if that makes sense. In different words, his physical body is giving up, his spirit isn't. And him tapping out, again, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this, broken record, him tapping out tells me his spirit's giving up. that he doesn't want to wrestle anymore. Not because his body's fucked up, but because he doesn't have a passion for it anymore, and he just slow tap. He even smiled before tapping. Like he's like, all right, fine, fucking, you're not gonna let me go. Of course, the audience was beyond mad. Like, Triple H got up on the apron and the crowd flooded with boos, or the arena flooded with boos. Triple H is just laughing in his ear. There were some rumors online that The Rock was gonna come out and say, no, no, no. You think you're retiring? I still have your soul. You're gonna have a match with me, and that's when you can retire. I think that would have been the coolest way to end John Cena's story. However, passing the torch on to Gunther the same way Goldberg has and a bunch of other legends of WWE, I think it was the right choice. If Jey Uso won the last time his now tournament, I would have punched my fucking screen. John Cena asked for a full WWE year to really go everywhere and say goodbye to everybody. And then WWE said, oh, I'm sorry, John Cena, you know, the guy who's carried this company for a long, long time. We only need you for 36. Huh? Like, this is a guy who people only watch WWE to see him wrestle. Like, genuinely, there were people online saying, yeah, I'm going to retire from watching WWE as soon as John Cena actually retires from WWE. Like I said, he'll never have a match again, but I fully expect John Cena to, you know, help out with WWE prospects. You know, he'll be on a special edition of Raw or SmackDown giving a promo. You know, some like heel will come out like, hey, John Cena, screw you, and they won't have a match, but John Cena will pick him up, F you, and then STF, whatever they want to do. That's not having a match. It's doing one move, and John Cena is still active to do one move. I don't think he's active enough to have one more match. And that's why when he says, I'm not having another match again, it gives him a loophole to say like, oh, but I can still fuck people up on Raw or SmackDown whenever I please. It sucks to see him go, but we did get some really good matches throughout the retirement tour. I constantly see people say, oh, the heel run of the retirement tour was shit. It just wasn't, though. It just wasn't. The promos were good. The matches were good. It was something new. And I forgot which YouTuber it was, but they made a very good point about creating content. Let's say iShowSpeed did the same desktop stream every single day up until now. The same exact setup as a desktop stream. He would still be big. He wouldn't be as big as he is now because he's not evolving with his content and his audience. You have to evolve. John Cena being able to give us something new with the heel run, you know, having Randy Orton be the face and John Cena as the heel, that is something new that gave us something. It should have been refreshing. So for people to say, oh, it was garbage because John Cena wasn't the babyface, I don't think it was garbage. I just don't think people like change. And if he didn't go heel, I think those same people would be saying this was a waste of potential because he should have gone heel. I liked a lot of the matches. I'm really happy they did John Cena versus AJ Styles last minute, because you could tell it was last minute because there weren't a lot of promos on it, and the WWE universe was up their ass about making the match happen. Luckily, they were able to, you know, rearrange the puzzle behind the scenes and give us one of, if not the best match of the entire retirement tour. And it's obvious they want to make Gunther their main guy now, their main heel. Dominic Mysterio's there. You know, Austin Theory just got announced as a new member of the Vision. They're gonna try and make Gunther the guy. There were people outside the stadium of Saturday night's main event getting ready to jump Gunther because he just beat him. That's the power of wrestling, by the way. I'm sorry to say it, but if you want to jump someone for the result in predetermined entertainment, that shows you how good the storytelling was. So I hope they don't waste all this beautiful potential with Gunther. I hope, you know, he goes all the way. Give him another championship run. Give him a run against Cody Rhodes. You know, give him the WWE Undisputed Championship for a while. Let him cook with that. Whatever you have to do, get this guy on top quickly. But yeah, that is how I would have booked John Cena's last match. No tap out. just to pass out. But what do you think? Would you have booked John Cena's final match in a different way? Would you have picked a different opponent? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, helps me out a bunch. And as always, my friends, fight hard, fight clean, and I'll see you soon.